at night, just working our butt off. We're excited. We're getting close to the point of having some good drafted plans for the 3D printer. We actually don't have the 3D printer yet, but we're working on that. The one that we have spec'd out to be pretty much what we're looking for current stages of working on printing prototypes, as well as small scale manufacturer production runs, is about $50,000, and to give or take probably a couple thousand. So that's the one we're kind of gunning for. I see it as a just a really good company expense, because at the end of the day, it's going to be great for the prototype program as we continue to develop PodPack into other iterations and other applications. So, to me, the price doesn't really bother me at all. And besides, good technology costs a lot of money, so especially the latest and greatest. So we believe that 3D printing is really going to be play a big role in the future of manufacturing. There's a lot of big players that have moved into that, as a primary focus, and we think eventually everybody's going to shift over to that. At least a lot of people. It's an amazing type of feature. You have a lot of control. Your creativity can really open up a lot differently than having to work through injection molds or any other means of manufacturing parts. There's a lot of companies out there doing amazing things with the printing. You've got the printing organs and stuff for the human body. You've got people printing out vehicles. You've got parts for computers. You have rockets being printed out. It's really an amazing thing. I think the biggest thing that people might get caught up on, especially generationally speaking, is that the word print, typically in the last 50 to 100 years, if not further than back, going back to the Gutenberg press, is that it typically meant a thin piece of paper with text on it. And so the concept of printing something that is 3D, that has a tangible aspect to it, and something that you can use, that's functional, like mechanical parts for a car or something. It's really, it is challenging the mind for a lot of the generations that are used to the other concept. But the truth is, the word print is going to change, and it's no longer going to be, the two-dimensional flat piece of paper. As a matter of fact, that whole concept probably, there's a good chance it just goes away altogether, and that you never really print on paper anymore in that manner, especially as touchscreens become more prevalent as a dominating way to communicate text, since it's faster and you're not really having to worry about it getting messed up. There's a good chance that just drops off history as just a phase in our evolution as we develop our technologies. So yeah, we're looking at designing everything. You can see in the computer, we got a lot of great stuff here that we're working on. The pod pack is coming along. It's taken forever to work out engineering wise each and every one of the components. It takes a lot of work to build it in the computer, all the details down to the hundredth or thousandth decimal place of a millimeter for tolerances. Some machines, a lot of those printing machines, it's based on the scale of what size you're printing. And since we're printing something that's essentially 24 to 36 inches, some of the parts, you need a large format printer compared to if it was like the size of a keychain. You could probably go pick up a 3D printer for like a couple $100. But because it's so large and takes a lot of technical specs in terms of materials and the type of materials being mixed together, whether it's reinforced by carbon fiber or has stainless steel mesh mixed in, or there's a lot of different iterations people have come up with out there, which is amazing. It's just going to take a lot more capital. We think overall, though, moving forward, manufacturing, it might be a great investment to try and do it in-house. I'm not opposed to the idea. I think it's definitely doable if the right equipment and the right setup presents itself as a sound, good judgment and a sound investment. A lot of things would have to line up for that, but it's not a bad idea. It's almost create manufacturing to a point where you don't have to deal with so many headaches. So you get a little bit tighter control. A lot of times people outsource the manufacturing because of the headaches, and so they don't have to worry about that aspect of the business. All you're doing is, QA, QC, quality control and management, and just reviewing to make sure things are coming out according to specs and everything. But given the simplicity and ease and how these new technologies are developing and being built for 3D printing, it sounds like a great, on paper and based on the reviews I've done, it looks like a really good idea to go down that road. And like I said, worst case scenario, prototyping, those types of technologies are great for prototyping. That way you don't have to approach a manufacturer yet and figure all that out and do these really costly beta test runs in terms of printing out or building the system just to go test it. So we're going to go down that road. It's going to be tough to figure out where the money's going to come from and how to figure it out, but it is the right decision for this. You got to stay ahead of the curve. Don't worry about where everything's at right now. Try and project out, 5 to 7 years, where will it be? And that'll allow you to position yourself accordingly so that you're always right where you need to be. So yeah, that's just a little update. Just want to, do a quick little podcast so that everybody kind of knows what's up. And, we're excited. We got about 2 months. We got this Sand Innovation Lab that's coming up that we're going to be going to. It's going to be a great experience down there in San Diego, testing things out in the airport, San Diego airport. So that's going to be exciting. We got X Prize coming up, in about 3 months. So we're working diligently and really hard to have a good set of material to submit for that. We've got Portugal coming up in November, so that's really exciting to present all the prototypes, take them out there to Portugal and show the world where we're at. So a lot of great stuff, it's coming in the pipeline. Fall is harvest time. It's time to reap in the harvest. So we're amped and excited, and we're going to work really hard over this next couple of months of the summer and prepare for the fall. So that will give you